What's up YouTube? Average Youth Minister here. Today we reveal the new format. I talk about my week and the cool things that are going on with my youth group, and I explain the greatest, what has to be the greatest dodgeball variant of all time, Dodgeball Assassin. Let's get started. What's up YouTube? Average Youth Minister here. It is a very rainy Monday, March, I don't know, 6th maybe? Sure. Yeah, March 6th, let's go with that. All right, this is the start of a new era here at Average Youth Minister. We're gonna change the name a little bit from Confessions of an Average Youth Minister just to Average Youth Minister. And we're going to begin to look, instead of these daily ideas, more of a weekly idea. Really from Monday to Wednesday is gonna be our big focus. And then on Thursday, which is my normal day off, I'm gonna edit those and put them together. So you should have a new video of our Friday. Start doing one a week. Maybe if I have something I wanna talk about on Fridays and Sundays, I'll do that. But generally that's gonna be my idea. All right, so before we can really talk about new games or really much anything, it is board game day today, which means I go to our local middle school. I have a board game club there. I want to do some conversation just about that, about how that works in just a little bit. But it's an after school program. The kids sign up and they're involved in board games. Some of them really want to play board games. Some of them just want to kill time. And so we kind of end up with both groups of people there. It's just a weird group of personalities, but it's a lot of fun. I just interact with students. And so I'm over here in my space trying to pick out what games we're gonna play today and get my box ready because we gotta go to board game club. Let's go. All right, so it's Tuesday now. As you can tell, I have different clothes on. It won't always be the case because sometimes we hit wash day and then I forget what I wore the day before. But it's Tuesday now. I've been working on youth lesson all day long. So we're in this study about inertia and seizing your divine moment that I pulled from Erwin McManus, and taking those ideas and the idea being to move. And that's the idea today, is just move, just do something, just make a difference and change your world and start going. So one of the activities that we're doing is a race where we have 3 students and they're gonna race around our room, which is gonna be a little chaotic, but they're gonna race around our room. One student is just standing there ready to go. Another student is sitting down all the way down, and the third student is standing ready to go but with their eyes closed. And I'm going to count down with my fingers, you know, and then point. When I point, they can start going. Now the person with their eyes closed can then open their eyes and start moving. They can't move them before that. I also thought about, I may actually have them turn around and then so that when everybody else moves, they can turn around and start moving. And then the idea of how hard it is to win a race if you're not ready at the beginning, if you're not ready to start moving. And then we're going to talk about being ready, being someone who is ready to move. And the cool thing is the Bible passage that we're using is Jonathan, where Jonathan goes and fights the Philistines and he grabs his armor bearer and says, hey, let's go over and see what God can do. And Jonathan put himself in a position for God to work wonders through him. So many times we kind of sit down and sit back and we forget about that. And I want to encourage students to put themselves out there, to be people who can reach out and people who are moving, and then let God do some amazing things through them. So we're going to play that cool game. We're going to do this whole move idea. And so I'm pretty excited about it. This is, you can see, you can hear it in my voice, just a difference of excitement level of me and finding this study and kind of doing this idea of a study again. All right, so we're still kind of struggling with the music thing. I did a few weeks of just, so we're still kind of struggling with the music thing. I did a few weeks of just music on the screen where we played videos. We had a couple people singing over them, but pretty much it was just videos with the music and we sang along. And it took a lot of the stress off me and made the song service a lot more, less terrible actually, but we're losing some of the live elements of that, and I want to incorporate both. And so we've used backing tracks in the past. We use Loop Community and some other things. But what I found is that with my voice, and I have a hard time finding the right notes at the beginning, and I am the only kind of guy leader right now, and having trouble kind of finding the right notes, I needed someone who's also singing lead. Now, if I have somebody singing lead, I can do a lot better. And so I found worship backing tracks. and they have a lead vocal track that I can turn on either in my ear or turn on in the audience, and then we can sing along with that while we play, while we're turning off the acoustic guitar, while we're turning off the drums, turning off the bass. We have all those live parts, and then there's a voice singing over the top of it. And we're gonna try that. We're gonna try that this week. I bought one song, and just to see how well that works with our group, and maybe that'll give us what we need, a good blend between live and recorded, and kind of help my voice and help us sing. So I've been doing that today too, kind of picking those things together. We're gonna give that a shot. But that's pretty much my Tuesday. I think I'm going to explain the game though, and I was talking about we did at D now. All right, here we go, beard check. All right, now notice the beard this side, it's a lot thinner looking than this side. I don't know why, this side's just a lot wider. I don't know what's going on, like if I got some kind of trauma on this side of my face or something. I don't know. I didn't use my beard cream or my brush today. I'm trying to make it all look all rough and rugged today. Don't really know why. There we go, beard check. So, during our D now, we had some time to kill, which is kind of rare for us, but we had a little extra time to kill. So I'd bought all those knobby balls, like I'd bought a bunch of knobby balls, and I got those out and played dodgeball with them. They are a great dodgeball ball, by the way. If you ever see that and need something to play a bit of dodgeball with, it's nice to get those little rhino skin balls, and those work really well, and we have some of those as well. But the cool thing about knobby balls is they're almost impossible to throw hard with any accuracy. And then they don't have enough weight to them to really like rock somebody's head. Every now and then you get hit just right and they sting a little bit, but pretty much there's not a whole lot to them that really kind of makes them hurt. So, and like I said, you can't really throw them real hard and make them go anywhere because the little knobs on them make them spin and fly off. And so they worked pretty good as dodgeballs. So we played dodgeball with those little knobby balls for a while. And then what I realized was we still had some more time, and everybody was kind of getting tired of dodgeball, and I was too. And so we came up with this game that I had played before with Dart Wars. A friend of mine had come up with it to do with darts, but I thought it would be really fun to do with dodgeballs, and we had enough dodgeballs. So everybody got their own dodgeball. We got people sitting around in a circle. There are 14 of us, and at our church we have a fellowship hall, and there's some different levels that are all kind of on the same level. So we got the new kids zone and the hall that my office is on, and then the fellowship hall, and they're all basically the bottom floor. And so I said, okay, we can go anywhere in here, anywhere on this floor. Don't go in any rooms, don't go hide underneath stuff, just anywhere in here. We're gonna basically play a game of dodgeball in here, and it's pretty much every man for himself. Except what the big thing about the game is that before the game started, I took and wrote on a piece of paper 4 X's. So we had 13 people and 4 X's, and on one piece of paper I wrote the word sheriff. And so then I passed them all out to everybody, and so you have 4 people who have an X, 1 person who has the word sheriff. The person who has the word sheriff declares that and says, hey, I'm the sheriff. All right, so now everybody knows who the sheriff is. Nobody knows who the people who have an X are. All right, they are the assassins. They're the bad guys in this game. So then everybody closes their eyes. The assassins stick their thumb up and look up and find the other 4 assassins. They all look at each other, make sure they know who they are. So the 4 assassins know who they are. No one else knows who they are. And then the game really kicks off, and everybody, you've got 15 seconds just to move. Everybody kind of goes wherever they want to go. And that's when the fun really begins. And as the youth pastor or the person leading the game, you kind of got to play this first game up till everybody kind of gets at it and be like, I don't want anybody behind me. It becomes that. I don't want you near me, because here's how the game works. The assassins are trying to knock out anybody else. They're trying to knock out everybody else, actually. And they're trying to do it, though, when no one can see them, because once they get knocked out, they're out of the game, of course. Now, here's the weird thing that stops people from just hitting anybody willy-nilly. If you kill somebody who's not an assassin, if you are a good guy and you kill another good guy, you lose your ball for the next round. If on the next round you take somebody else's ball and then kill a good guy and you kill another good guy, then you're out of the game for the next round. And so it keeps people kind of focused and trying not to kill random people. Sometimes you have to kind of get on to people about that. But every now and then somebody will think, hey, you're an assassin. They will kill somebody. It's like, oh, you're an assassin, kill somebody again. And it becomes crazy. The one thing you have is the sheriff. Now the sheriff, he's the one person everybody knows not an assassin. And his job is to walk up to dead people and say, are you an assassin or not? And that just kind of helps the good guys kind of get an idea of how many assassins are still left.
without having to ask. But they are not, dead people are not allowed to talk, and they always do, but they're definitely not allowed to say who killed them, because the game is trying to figure out who the assassins are. And so you'll be kind of sneaked around with somebody, then you're kind of going off, and you and somebody else are running off, and you're kind of hiding, and then all of a sudden they just hit you with a ball and be like, sorry, you're dead, I'm the assassin. And then you're dead. And so it turned out to be a lot of fun. We played it with darts before. And the thing about playing with darts was it was so loud when you killed somebody, because the dart gun makes a noise. It goes dunk, and everybody's like, oh, somebody's shooting somebody. With dodgeballs, you just would come up and lightly just tap somebody on the back and be like, sorry, you're dead. And nobody would really see and know, and it was a lot of fun. We played it for a solid hour that we played this game, which never happens in any kind of youth game we do. And everybody yelling and having a great time. So it was a fun game. Next time we do it, I will record it and kind of make a separate video of how to play, but just wanted to tell you how to play. So that's Tuesday. See you tomorrow.
All right, we've made it to Wednesday. I guess I've done one thing a day here. I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking over there. I'm not looking at you. I want to look at you. Working on this whole YouTube thing. Anyway, we have made it to Wednesday. We're going to continue our inertia, our start thing about moving. And I had in my head this idea that I wanted to do something where I made a list of the things that I thought would be good ideas to move. I wanted a suggestion of what I mean move, when I mean seizing your divine moment. What am I talking about? What are some of the things you could do at school or whatever? And so I had this idea. I wanted to come up with a list, and maybe they could choose to do one thing. Well, that kind of morphed into this idea. Let me pick it up here for you. This, what I'm calling inertia, here, I'm making sure it's on the screen, what I'm calling inertia bingo. It's also called, if you want, you can go to thenailscars.com and get this. It's called Make a Difference Bingo there, just because most people probably aren't doing an inertia study. But anyway, Make a Difference Bingo. On it, you have 24 different things where they can do something that makes a difference in their school, like invite someone who's generally alone to an after-school event, post your personal testimony on social media, share the gospel with a friend, invite someone to sit with you and your friends. All kinds of things like that are ways to reach out to people who may not have anybody with them. Also ways to pray for your friends, to share the gospel with people around you, to encourage your teachers, encourage one another. There's 24 of those. The free space in the middle is have a quiet time every day, because we're going to talk about how you need that. You need a quiet time to make it work. And the idea is they'll take this, they'll go to their school for the week, they will fill out this, they will write the date on when they accomplish something, and then they will bring it back to me with a bingo. If they do, they'll get a prize. And really, I'd give them like $100 if they did some of these. Probably not be that much. I don't have that kind of budget, but I would love to give away big prizes, because honestly, how cool is it that kids would be actively looking for things to do in their schools? And that's the idea, is just to get them actively looking, so that they're not just kind of halfway. It's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do something. No. This is what I'm supposed to do today, and I'm going to look for that and find that. And I think if we can get students doing that, then they would be more willing to look for where God's moving and more willing to do that and be a part of that. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I get so excited when we write something new. When I make something new and I come up with a new idea, I get really giddy about it. I love to teach it. And so I'm excited about this today.
All right, so this worship band this worship backing band, I keep wanting to say worship band in hand. I don't know if this is the same company or why I think that, but I used to use them too. I've tried just about every backing track thing I can, I guess. Anyway, what I want to do is, it seems this is working a little bit. It seems it's trying to make it work. I'm going to try to pull this off. Having somebody singing in my ear gives me a lot more confidence, so I'm going to try some things in some different keys, see if that works. Problem is, we got church. Bye. Anyway, so I'm home. It's the end of Wednesday. I wanted to put a cap on this week, and tonight, the bingo thing, the kids were kind of looking at it, and students were kind of like, not really interested, until I was trying to find a really good prize to get them if they actually came up with a bingo, because these are hard things to do. And I was like, I don't know, I'll give you $5 or something. I was trying to figure out if they all did it. And one guy was like, how about you dye your beard? And I was like, okay. I said, I'll tell you what, if 7 of you come back with a bingo, so it means 7 of you have told your friends about Jesus, prayed for your friends, and those kind of things, I'll dye my beard. So we're going to see what happens, but I'm pretty excited about it, because that's a great reason to dye your beard. Yes, my students went out and told their friends about Jesus. I'm going to dye my beard. So we'll see what happens.